Hello, Intactivists! In the news this week, we have NoCirc Michigan, Little Images, Intact America, Bloodstained Men, and much more coming up. In POTS news, the PANs, who are my paid supporters, are getting more perks, such as exclusive videos and a donor report. I explain what that is more to them directly, and also I made a coffee post about it as well. Next level Intactivism got booted from the Alliance. It was a 1-4 vote out of 7 members. I'll make a full video explaining our decision for you guys because you deserve to know and understand why we made such a decision.
Got it! Jump! That's it! You're out of here!
The video I released last week, the New Hampshire debriefing video, is very, very important. Unfortunately, YouTube saw that it was about New Hampshire and about Intactivism, and it didn't go very far, which is totally understandable, and I am not upset, but Intactivists really should check out that video, and I'm probably going to keep bringing it up until I get at least 100 views on it, because this debriefing video is definitely a must-watch. Alright, and in NoCirc Michigan news, NoCirc Michigan has a whole calendar of events, which is from May 9th all the way to November 9th. It's scattered all throughout the year. It lasts anywhere from 8 to 10 hours per protest or festival or march. Most of them do. I mean, some are as short as 4 hours, but some are also as long as 10 hours, like you see here. But NoCirc Michigan, they are very active. They are going to a whole bunch of pride festivals and doing a lot of protesting, educational booths. I don't know what they really call them, but they are definitely putting in work in Michigan. That is for sure. You guys can go ahead and see the NoCirc of Michigan pictures and their booths that they set up. They are doing an awesome job. They do need volunteers if you guys are in Michigan and you want to help. Also, Glenn Powell runs NoCirc of Michigan. That is awesome because I believe this is the same Glenn that does Foreskin Stories. I could be mistaken on that. All right, and in Little Images news. Little Images, their website has been down due to malware. So they refurbished it, and they're going to have it up and running as soon as possible. All right, and in Intact America news, Intact America, they have therapy partners. You guys can go ahead and get hooked up. And especially now, because it is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, this is perfect timing for people to go ahead if you are struggling with depression, anxiety, or anger because you are circumcised as babies and you need to find a sympathetic mental health professional who understands you and gets it. Intact America is building a network of licensed behavioral and sexual therapists who understand the traumas of circumcision and are Intactivists themselves. So all these guys here are Intactivists and they're trained, which is fantastic. And in Bloodstained Men news, Bloodstained Men, they have their Ohio and West Virginia circumcision crisis protest June 20th through July the 2nd. All of their days are pinned down with what city they're going to be in and what time. On to the polls of the week. This poll asks, do you think Bloodstained Men should go only to 20 cities a year and stay there for 3 times as long instead of doing 60 cities in a year? D is the most popular answer with I don't care as long as they are in New Hampshire doing Intactivism. Maybe, hopefully, Bloodstained Men can go ahead and see this video and change from going to Ohio and West Virginia and steer upwards to New Hampshire.
Flip a bitch. Flipping a bitch.
Hey, just to let you guys know, even though this here would be pretty cool, I don't think that's going to happen, and the Bloodstained Men has no indication that they are going to go to New Hampshire. There is nothing indicating that. We can go ahead and make cool memes like this all day long, but you know what? Maybe if you guys talk to Bloodstained Men, especially the donors, the more likely the Bloodstained Men are going to actually go to New Hampshire. So remember, the donors are just as important as the actual intactivists themselves. You guys have loads of influence. Also, on this poll, notice how everybody wants to change. The one for Alpha is a bot. No one voted for A, but everyone believes that there should be a change in how Bloodstained Men are going about doing their protesting. Once again, guys, if you don't like how this turned out, please go to my Discord and go vote, because your vote matters. And on to the fundraisers of the week. Thomas Chapman currently has no donations to join the movement for bodily autonomy. Gowdaf got another donation of $1,500, even though this was fully funded. So now they have almost $11,600. So let's go ahead and see what Gowdaf can go ahead and do with this money. Super excited to go ahead and see if this man who needed financial assistance is successful with his court case. So stay tuned for how that ends up going. Also, those Pride booths that they are going to do their plaintiff search in the anticipated equal protection lawsuit. Gowdaf has been approved for Pride exhibition booths this summer and fall in 3 California cities and also Oregon. So let's go ahead and see if they go ahead and find a plaintiff in these 4 cities, because they definitely have the funds for it. And Bloodstained Men, the Ohio and West Virginia Billboard and Summer Tour, they have raised almost $2,000 of their $4,850. So they're about 40% of the way there. They got 22 days left. And look at this, guys. 6,000 people were invited to this. Oh my goodness, that's so many people. All right, and Forgin got a $2,000 donation 15 days ago, which pushed them over $50,000. Forgin definitely crushed their goal for the final sheep trials. I also understand that Forgin has very exciting news to announce for the sheep trials. I'm not going to say it here. I'm going to wait for them to release it on the commentariums. So that will be the official news. I'm not trying to go and spread rumors. We're just going to wait for the commentarium to go ahead and say what happened versus what was said on Discord. Intact Global is still at $10. I refreshed it. It is still at $10. So I don't know if this is going to get funded. It seems that intactivists do not care to fund this. This was promoted supposedly by Eric Lopper. All right, and in the POTS, Prevent Graduation plus extras, we're at 61% now versus 60% last week. So we are moving in the right direction. That is awesome. Also, this is the more perks for the pans post right here. If you guys pause it, you guys could probably read that. And on to the intactivism growth for the week. So last week, Bloodstained Men was at 6,255 followers. And this week, drumroll please, they are at 6,288 followers, which is a 33-person gain, or a 0.48% gain for the week for intactivism. Intactivism is tacking on a solid gain for this week. Now, before we go and be done with this news episode, we're going to go ahead and share a interesting finding. So this is Intact America 6 months ago. So this is the same video where we compared Bloodstained Men and Intact America 6 months ago. And we are going to go ahead and see how well each group is doing. Intact America 6 months ago had 4,925 followers. They currently have 5,081 followers. Now that is a total of a 133 person gain, which is a 3.16% gain in 6 months, which averages about 0.13% a week gain on average. On the Bloodstained Men side, we're going to go here, same video. All right, we're going to go here, same video. This was 5,299 followers. Bloodstained Men currently have 6,288 followers, which is a total gain of 989 intactivists in 6 months, which is a 18.66% growth for Bloodstained Men, which is an average of 0.78% gain a week on average. So if you go ahead and compare the two, Bloodstained Men has a better outreach or Twitter growth by 5 times better. I'll give the exact percentage on the screen. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. That is all what I have for today. Thank you once again for all of my donors. I definitely appreciate you all. And remember, guys, that New Hampshire debriefing, very important. Bye. A special shout out to our coffee supporters.